Okay, so here we have our selection, and we're going to launch Quest for Glory 1. Hopefully things work out well. Play the updated version on here. There we go. One of the greatest games of all time. Please don't copy it. Alright. Love this music. Alright, Quest for Glory 1. So you want to be a hero. So we'll start a new hero. We have, drumroll, the fighter, the magic user, and the thief. I will play as the magic user. Name will of course be Dark. So this game's really very cool, particularly for its time. You can have a lot of variability in how you want to play your characters. They all have their base stats, but if you choose, you can give certain abilities that certain classes don't normally have. If you want to play as a thief or a fighter, you can give them magic. You get to start off with a pool of points that you can choose to allocate however you like. I like to start off by giving some to at least a little to agility, vitality to increase your stamina and your health. Given that we are a wizard, we will also do some magic to increase our health, our magic points as well. So you can see as that goes up, our magic points down here will also change. Strength, your health scales with your strength. You can see that going up. And vitality also scales with strength and, rather stamina and health. Intelligence will also increase your magic points. So let me do just a little bit to all of these. Sure, why not? I mean, I don't really care much anyway. That'll be a fun way to start. Hopefully the audio is going to come through well, because I'm going to try and narrate all these conversations. Seems like a quiet little town. On the porch, ahead of you are two people. The standing one is large, rather ugly, and playing with a yo-yo. The seated person smoking a pipe looks like he might be the sheriff. Man with a pipe greets you. Welcome to our town. You are lucky to have made it down from the mountains before the snow blocked the pass again. It's gotten pretty dangerous outside of town, I understand. Many monsters have been trapped around here with the late snow. Between them and the brigands, we certainly could use a hero, capital H, around here. I am Sheriff Schultz Meisterson. This is Otto Van Goon, my assistant. Otto is a goon. Good luck in your quest. Thank you, Sheriff. So one of the first things we're going to do, increase the speed. Everything else can wait. Might as well start a save file. WizVid1. Save. So let's have a conversation, see what Otto has to say. Let's ask him about the mountain. You should know, you came down from there. Very unique type of humor in these games, which I enjoy. But you'll notice by talking to him, we got one puzzle point. In certain activities, you get puzzle points. This town was named after the Barons of Spielberg. It used to be a lively place to be before the brigands came and drove all the business away. You find a place to stay at the inn next door. You can learn about jobs available at the guild hall down the street. If you're interested in magic, you should visit the magic shop. There is still plenty to do and see here in Spielberg. So I'll check all those out. Let's go about the Baron. Baron Stefan keeps mostly to himself at his castle north of here. We haven't seen him here in town for years. And we can check out the castle later. Magic. Just next to the inn is a small magic shop. The owner, Zara, will let you in if you have some abilities in that area. She's a strange one, alright. So, being magic users, we'll certainly spend some time talking to her. Inn, go talk to the innkeeper. He will help you there, and they'll become good friends of ours. And the Guild Hall. Guild Hall's in the southwest corner of town. If you're looking for work, that's a good place to go. Oops. So we'll go back now, and we asked about town, so that's about monsters. Monsters come down from the mountains every winter, but they're usually gone by now. The Baron just doesn't have enough men to handle them. Wolfgang is the one to talk to about monsters. He's had lots of experience with them, so that's the guild master. Wolfgang. Wolfgang down at the guild hall is the one to talk to about monsters. He had lots of experience with them. Oops. Guild hall. Guild hall's at the southwest corner of town. If you're looking for work, that's a good place to go. We're looking to become heroes, so sounds like a good place to do. There's a whole band of brigands hiding out somewhere in the mountains around us. They robbed a merchant just last week. Got a fair amount of treasure, I hear. We'll have to meet that merchant. The one who was robbed, he's staying at the inn, I believe. Maybe we should stop in. Yeah, I know about that already. Treasure. Obtaining treasure involves putting yourself in danger. If you're brave, foolish, or lucky, you might get some treasure. Danger. My friend, this world's filled with danger. Sometimes I think it might be better to choose your danger rather than sitting around waiting for it, as I seem to do. But enough of this philosophical rambling. I am content enough to be Sheriff of Spielberg. Okay. Treasure. Obtaining treasure involves... Oh, bad. Adventure. I need to talk to Baron about that, or go to Wolfgang down the guild hall, which is just down the street. So maybe you're going to be a hero. Well, we could surely use one around here, what with all the brigands. We've already talked about them. And name. I'm Sheriff Schultz Maesterson. This is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Otto. Otto's a big help to me. He's very smart for a goon. His prisoners only suffer a few broken bones when he grabs them. Took a bit of doing to teach him to bring prisoners back alive, but he hardly ever forgets now. Prisoners. Simple. Someone breaks the law, we catch them, hold them prisoner. And, okay. Otto doesn't have a lot to say. This is a little water bucket, we can't do anything with that. So, let's go over, head into the inn. Welcome, welcome, traveler, to the Hero's Tale Inn. I am Shameen at your service. May you find what you seek here. Let's talk to Shameen. Very good food, very good drink. Finest in town. Sit down, you'll be served by my Shima, which is his wife. So let's ask about the room. Very nice room, very soft beds, finest in town. Only 5 silvers a night. Food. Very good food, very good drink. Finest in town. Sit down, you'll be served by Shima. Merchant. My friend Abdullah is recovering from his robbery last week. He should be here around supper time, so we should stop in sometime around supper to talk to him. Alas, brigands stole all of Abdullah's wealth and mine own when they robbed his caravan. Now I'll be forced to stay in this wet, cold land. These two are from a far distant land, which we'll find out about later. I know very little about them, except they must be wealthy now. Wealth. Hope to return to my homeland with the profits Abdullah, Shima, and I would make from the caravan. Now I fear remain here unless someone deals with the brigands and returns our stolen trade items. Sounds like the job for a hero. Shapir, the land of golden sun and tall mountains, a city of tall buildings and winding streets. A place where Kata can bask in the sun as they sell things in the bazaar. It is our homeland and a place we long to be. Well, the Shapir sounds like an interesting place. In my homeland, a caravan is the only way to travel from city to city. Okay. Merchant name. I am Shameen, a poor unfortunate forced to seek a fortune in this cold land far away from my homeland and my Kata people. Sure. The far to the south, the desert lands of Shapir. Someday we may yet return there. Kata, we are a race of desert dwellers and wanderers of the endless sands. And we already asked about Shapir. Town. Spielberg is a sad place for an innkeeper, for few travelers visit because of the brigands. Sure. It's a cold land for a kata. Sheriff. Comes in with his wife sometimes for food. He is very wise, generous, very wise. Interesting. Otto. There's no end to the food that one can eat. The inn. This is the Hero's Tale Inn, where Shima and I will be delighted to serve you. Soft and safe bed, rich and fine food, you have but to command. And Shima's my beloved. She can cook and keep it in as few others. When she dances, there is true magic. If we ever return to Superior, then then she will again dance. And we've talked about these. All right, so we can hang out to get food later. For now, let's see if this lady talks. Cool. So with the graphics, it's not always easy to see, but there's an eyeball here outside of the shop that follows you as you walk. The reason is because this is the magic shop. Let's talk to Zara. I forgot to check how much money I have. Hopefully I get a chance to. This is Zara and her familiar. Zara and my companion is Damiano. The items in the shop are designed for those skilled in the use of magic. Okay, let's take a peek. 4 gold and 10 silver. Okay. So we'll take this out, but we'll talk to her first. Zara, I am both human and fairy folk. I draw my power from both. My name is Zara. This is my shop. The fairy folk. We are a people of power and magic and live in the forests far beyond the mountains to the west. And power. Power is the essence of magic, that which the wizard shapes and is shaped by. Also, oops. There's much magic in this world for those who know how to use it. There is magic in this little town and a good deal of magic in this valley. So we must have asked about something. Town. There's an aura protecting this town from danger. Within most of its walls, there can be no act of violence or cruel magic. Even so, it is prudent to avoid dark places. Let's go about the aura. An aura is a spell of protection surrounding something. The town is still protected by the aura cast by the great spellcaster Urana. Urana will come up a lot in this series. Urana was a powerful spellcaster who lived long ago. She brought peace to this valley. Even now, her spell protects this town from violence or foul magic. Her final resting place is due north of town, and it is a place of both safety and healing. It is known as Urana's Peace. Her final resting place. We'll see about that. Okay. The valley. There's much power in the valley, and it attracts those who use magic. I am here, Erasmus's house on Zauberberg, and even Baba Yaga has her hut cooped up somewhere around here. Tell me about Erasmus. Erasmus is a wizard and a spellcaster who knows much about this area. He lives in a tower northeast of town at the top of a steep mountain called Zauberberg. He can be very helpful if approached properly, but he has a strange sense of humor. Yes, he does. And Baba Yaga. She is a powerful and wicked hag. You would be wise to avoid her. She cursed the Baron von Spielberg when he tried to drive her away. Tell me about her hut. Baba Yaga's hut is magical. It stands on chicken legs, and you must know the rhyme to enter. Tell me about the rhyme. I have no interest in entering Baba Yaga's hut, and therefore do not know the rhyme. She's probably too scared to face her. Curse. This is Baba Yaga's curse cast upon the Baron years ago. This is actually the main plot of this game. Upon von Spielberg and all his clan, this the curse I now demand. What I will shall come full measure, so shall ye lose all that ye treasure. There is always a way to break a curse. Possibly Erasmus knows more about this. So we'll have to ask Erasmus about the curse. Oh. And again, Erasmus makes a point of studying the effects of magic upon mortals. There is little about magic in this area that Erasmus does not know. Okay. And the Baron. He was once a great leader of this land until he was foolish enough to anger Baba Yaga. Okay. Yaga, Town, Valley, sure. What I sell here are merely tools to help those who have power. You may purchase restorative potions and scrolls from which you may learn spells if you have the potential. A true magic user has the innate affinity for magic. There is also the ability to store power, which ordinary mortals do not have. We are magic users. Spells. We sell several magical spells on study scrolls. You may purchase Fire Dart for 60 silver, Fetch for 40 silver, or the Open Spell for 30 silver. I also know you can find a spell if you learn the secret of Irana's Peace. Fire. There's a spell that lets you cast a magical flame upon your enemy. The spell scroll will cost you 60 silver. Fetch. The fetch spell allows you to lift or lower a lightweight object from a distance. The fetch scroll will cost you 40 silver. Open. It's a spell that allows you at first to unfasten simple locks and knots. As you gain in skill, you can even open doors with it. The spell scroll will cost you 30 silver. Zap. That is a spell that lets you place magical energy upon a weapon. The energy will be released as magical damage when you hit your enemy. Scrolls. The scrolls we sell are magical. You have but to read the spell and you will learn it. Irana's Peace. To the north of town, surrounded by the mountains, is an alpine valley that is rumored to be the final resting place for Irana, although no one is certain what happened to her. We already know this. Something else. Potions. We have potions of healing, vigor, and power for purchase from our shop. Okay, power potion restores your magical energy, costs 75 silver. Healing potion will cost you 50 silver. It is made by the healer outside of town. Vigor. Vigor potion restores stamina after you exert yourself, 25 silver each. Excellent. Okay. So, tell me about Damiano. Damiano is both my familiar and my friend. We share our lives and our magic. Familiar. Familiar is a creature of magical abilities which has been summoned to serve the wizard. Summoning of a familiar is a most powerful spell and can only be cast once. It binds the wizard and the familiar to the ends of their lives. The more powerful the wizard, the more powerful the familiar, although you cannot always judge power by a familiar's shape. If you have skill of magic, you can learn the way to cast spells by reading magical scrolls. Without skill, you have no power. When you practice spellcasting the raider, you shall become. And initiation. When you have mastered 9 spells, have the power to cast all, and proven yourself worthy by accomplishing a great deed, and you must undergo initiation to become a full wizard. There is a place in the distant south where you must journey, but first you must become a hero here. We will learn more about that later. And sure. A wizard is one who both shapes magic and shapes magic, and is shaped by it. Erasmus and I are the only wizards in this valley. And we've already talked about Erasmus. We already talked about that. Journey. There are many entrances to the halls of magical mastery in the south. After you have graduated, after you have gained skill and a good reputation in magic, you should journey south. If you are indeed worthy of being a wizard, you will find a way to those halls. And here. Master the arts arcane. Use those skills to vanquish the evil curse, and you will become a true hero. Oh, Zara. And that's what we talked about before. So, enough. So, let's buy something. We'll get fetch now for reasons that will become clear soon. And that should, as you read the spell scroll, the spell's ingrained in your mind. That should take up most of our money. I think we have 10 silver left. Yeah. So not enough to buy anything else. And let's see if they let us. Yeah, okay. Alright, we will walk out and Zara will disappear. And that is probably enough for today. So I will save this as our first video as a wizard. And we will carry on.